Hello everyone and welcome back to a quick little book haul. So this is what I got from the library for reading in early August and I'm excited to share what I've found. So the first one is this massive book. I always feel like a kid when I get these huge oversized books from the library because I just like looking at the beautiful pictures and exploring what there is and looking at all the pictures. I just feel like I'm a kid again. So this one is Vanishing Wilderness. Oh no, the cat is walking in the way. Come on. Okay. Sorry about that. This is Vanishing Wilderness of Antarctica. It's just a huge oversized book that discusses the regions of, like the title says, Antarctica. It's full of these huge pictures and I'm just excited to read and see what this is about. So this is my oversized book. This is my book that makes me feel like a kid and I'm excited to read this one. Next up is a cozy mystery. So I read book 1 in this series and while I liked a lot of the stuff in the book, I had some serious issues. So I got book 2 to see if the author kind of improved upon them. That is Bookmarked for Death by Lorna Barrett, a Booktown mystery. So just a quick cozy mystery. I'll probably read this in one sitting, but I'm excited to give this a read and see how I feel about it. The next 2 books on my haul are the next 2 in a a manga series that I'm reading, and that is My Love Mix-Up Volumes 2 and 3. So my library purchased Volume 3 in May, according to the title, the new sticker, but purchased Volume 2 in August. So that is why I've been kind of held up on these because I needed Volume 2 before I could read Volume 3, but I had to wait for them to come in. So now that number 2 has come in, I got volumes 2 and 3 and I'm excited to keep reading the series because I loved volume 1. So if you liked my review of this series, keep watching because I'm gonna have 2 and 3 up shortly as soon as I read these. Next up is just a very interesting book that I saw on the news shelf and decided to check out, and that is How I Make Photographs by David Yarrow. So I'm not a photographer, but I figure I might be able to pick up some interesting tips from this, but also I really enjoy getting books that are about photography or photographic collections, and I'd love to have a little more information about what kind of things I should be looking for in these books, and I thought that this book would really give me some pointers and tips. It's not very long, and it's full of photographs. I'm sure I'm gonna get good photographs, but I'm just hoping to pick up some tips and some ideas on how to be a little more educated when looking at photographs and determining what's good and what's not. So this is something I just picked up on a whim. Everything's something I picked up at a whim at the library. But I'm excited to see what this book holds for me. Next up is a classic, Terry Pratchett, Weird Sisters. I actually couldn't remember if I had read this one or not. I've read other books in this kind of sub-series about these witches that are doing their thing. So I've read some books with these characters in, but I'm not sure if I've read the actual Weird Sisters book. So I'm excited to see if I've read it before, first of all, but I love Terry Pratchett, so even if I've read it before, I'm gonna have a great time. I love his books. I think they're so funny. So not really surprised in this one or anything outside of my comfort zone, but something I'm really interested in reading. Next up is an art book, but this is just kind of a fun one, The Book of the Cat. This is just cat in art, so of collection. Not a whole lot of text, really. There's sometimes a little bit of explanation, but most of all, this is just going to be a fun, quick read to look at the way that the cat has been depicted in art. I'm hoping there's a wide variety of styles and a wide variety of time from a wide variety of different cultures, but we're going to see how this is. I probably won't be too disappointed because it's cats, it's art, I love it. We're going to see what it holds. Ooh, my stack is getting a little interesting. Next up is one that was on the little quick pick shelf at my library, and that was Enslaved by Ducks. So this one by Bob Tart discusses a man who moves to a rural area and they start to acquire all these farm animals, and it's kind of I think it's gonna fall into the same category as Who Saved Whom, but how he kind of devotes his life to these ducks. So this is kind of memoir-ish, I think. That's what I'm guessing this is going to be about, or at least about farm animals. So I'm excited to read this and see what this one is about because I just thought the title was funny and the back of the book seemed really interesting. So I'm excited to see what this book holds. Finally, I have this book on Edward Hopper. So Edward Hopper was a painter, I believe. He painted this very famous scene that many of us have seen before, but I realized I didn't know anything else about him or his work, so I just saw this and decided to check it out. I really like books that kind of explain what I should be looking for in the paintings. I feel like that is very good for me. I have a great appreciation for art, but I do not know how to talk about art intelligently, and I don't really have a lot of knowledge about art. So that's kind of where I am with art. But I want to know more. I want to learn more. I want to be able to speak intelligently about it. So I decided this might be a really interesting book to learn more about this artist and some of his works, and it also seemed to be a very good collection of information that I can fall back on, so I can actually understand what I'm supposed to be looking at in the picture. So I'm excited to read this, and we'll see where it leads. So yeah, that's it. This should be a good collection to get me through the first part of August. It's so heavy to pick up because of this bottom book. I'm getting a little bit of an arm workout, but this should be an interesting collection. I'm excited to read it. I'm excited to see what I think. And if any of these sound interesting, please stay tuned because I'll be doing a review on these books, and let me know what you're reading in August. I'm really interested to know and find out. Other than that, everyone, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching.